Four former Idaho Boy Scouts are suing the LDS Church and Boy Scouts of America. The men say neither group stopped them from being sexually abused as children. Mike Sharp joins us live in the studio with the story.
Attorneys and plaintiffs want a jury to decide if the church and BSA could have done more to prevent sexual abuse of young Boy Scouts. And they're taking the case to the United States District Court.
The Boy Scouts and the LDS Church need to be held responsible because they're the ones who had that information and intentionally chose to keep it secret.
Four men with Idaho ties are suing the Boy Scouts of America and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They say the organizations had knowledge of child predators lurking within Scout troops. Predators who they say sexually abused them in the 1970s and 80s.
Because of the information that they had that they chose to keep secret from the people who actually needed it.
The allegations stem from the release of documents containing the names of ineligible volunteers, men against whom the Boy Scouts of America had documented complaints of sexual abuse. Only those documents were kept secret, and attorneys for the men say, in many cases, destroyed.
We know that in Idaho alone, there were 15 different pedophiles based on these documents.
And of those 15, 8 were Scout leaders within the LDS Church, some of whom lawyers say were allowed to continue working with Scouts after accusations surfaced.
They knew of many of the pedophiles, and many of the pedophiles were reported to them by parents.
The four plaintiffs, whose identities are being kept secret, want a jury to rule on the case and decide what damages they may be awarded. But more than that, their attorneys say they want something else.
We want justice for them, we want an apology for them, and we want the organization to be better accountable and do a better job in screening their leaders.
Attorneys tell me they don't believe this case will be the last of its kind, but they hope the men coming forward will encourage more victims to step up and ask for justice on their behalf. Live in studio, I'm Mike Sharp, today's 6 on your side.
Today, LDS leaders responded to the lawsuit. They say they have zero tolerance for abuse. Eric Hawkins, the church spokesman, said, quote, "Leaders at every level are instructed in how to safeguard against abuse and given tools to respond when it does occur. Anyone who engages in abuse of any kind is rightfully subject to both legal prosecution and to formal church discipline." Boy Scouts of America released a statement that says, in part, while we can't comment on the lawsuit, we deeply regret that there have been times when Scouts were abused, and for that we are very sorry and extend our deepest sympathies to victims.